So when Matt Murdock was found by Sister Maggie when he was stabbed in the stomach by a goon in a street, he was taken in by Sister Maggie. He was looked after by Sister Maggie. She took care of him, and he got to know that Sister Maggie was his real mother. In the second episode, we ended at this moment, guys. Now let's continue in the third episode of Daredevil Born Again. Matt figured out that Sister Maggie is his real mother by listening to her heartbeat, and he straight away asked her the question that if she was his real mother. And then, when she answered with a simple no, his doubt turned into a confirmation that this lady was indeed his real mother, because he could know very well by listening to her heartbeat that she was lying. Now, it was because of his mother, it was because of meeting her that in such a long time that Matt Murdock smiled. This lifted him up actually, and gave him the courage to go back. So he started tabbing his friends again. He started keeping a tab on his friends Foggy and Ben Urich and Melvin Potter. But he did not go up to them just that moment. He actually watched them from a distance like a guardian angel. And yes, he did even save Ben and his wife's life when the evil lunch lady was about to kill them. And then he overheard a conversation between Ben and Melvin is his friend who makes Daredevil's costume for him. He heard a conversation that was going on between Ben and Melvin that Kingpin had ordered Melvin to make another Daredevil suit. So Matt basically went to Melvin and told him to continue with this thing, to continue making the suit anyway. Basically, what Kingpin was planning was that he was going to get a nutcase from Ravencroft prison to don Daredevil's suit and go on a killing spree in Hell's Kitchen, and he was going to blame Daredevil for it, of course. But none of the plans actually materialized because Daredevil thwarted his plans and beat the shit out of this freaking fake Daredevil. And now Matt got his suit back. He even saved Karen Page from the clutches of the crazy pimp she was tied to. So this was a start of new relationship between Matt and Karen again. They basically got back again and they moved in together. There at Kingpin's side, he was losing his patience, and he was at the same time losing the respect and the loyalty of his fellow criminal bosses. But the one thing he still had with himself was the fear Kingpin had built, the fear people had for Kingpin. He was desperate now. Kingpin was actually desperate in order to change the tide towards him. So he hired Nuke, who was basically an experiment that had gone awfully wrong. This guy named Nuke, he was basically an experiment that has actually gone wrong, while these guys at the army was trying to recreate the super soldier program which had given birth to Captain America. Yes, guys, Captain America and the super soldier program. You heard me right. But this one was born different from the super soldier experiment, actually different from what Captain America is. This new guy was insane, he was crazy, he was villainous, he was actually absolutely insane. And Kingpin literally did not give a shit about what he did, how he did. He just wanted to destroy Daredevil and Matt Murdock's life. He was ready to go up to any extent to destroy and finish Daredevil. So Kingpin took advantage of Nuke's misplaced sense of patriotism. He manipulated Nuke's misplaced sense of patriotism and he got to use him in the worst form. Kingpin brought Nuke to Hell's Kitchen to ravage. He destroyed and he burned the Hell's Kitchen down to literally ashes. He was ready to do anything to destroy the devil of Hell's Kitchen. So basically, when Nuke entered Hell's Kitchen, there were guns firing all over the place, literally all over Hell's Kitchen. There was even a rocket launcher. Nuke went berserk. He went berserk, killing people left and right. Nuke even blew up Daredevil's new apartment while Karen was inside, and she barely managed to stay alive. And this pissed off Daredevil. He jumped right into the battle with Nuke one-on-one. But Daredevil could not stand in front of Nuke for very long. No matter how freaking hard Daredevil fought against Nuke, he was after all not able to defeat Nuke, because Nuke at the end of the day was a genetically enhanced individual, guys, and Daredevil tried his best to bring him down in the fight until finally Daredevil managed to kick him off the rooftop they were fighting on, down to the electric wires, and then eventually on a burning police car. And just when Daredevil was about to catch hold of Nuke, the Avengers appeared there and they took Nuke into the custody. Obviously, Matt did not like it, but later on, Matt told Captain America who Nuke was and who he was working for. Eventually, Captain America did not want to believe him, because Captain America's good nature, he being so faithful to all the Americans and believing in all the Americans, Captain did not want to believe this thing. Captain America did not want to believe what Matt was saying, because he believes in Americans so much. And before Kingpin and his minions could take care of the truth, which was about to come out eventually, Captain America came barging in and he demanded the answers about Nuke's real identity and his past and his origin, and he wanted to know the whole story, what was going on. So Captain America wanted to know the whole story, and he said, I quote him now, I am loyal to nothing, General, except the dream. This was what Captain America said at that time. Now guys, I am going to leave you till this point. In this episode of Daredevil Born Again, I will continue the same story in the next episode of Daredevil Born Again. If you like my channel, if you like my videos, please like, subscribe and share my videos for more of such awesome content. I promise you guys, I'll be doing more of these videos again and again and again. Until then, have a nice day. Peace out, guys.